everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sajida. I am a mom of four. For those of you who are new to my page, I am a digital business owner. I help people who are looking to get into the digital space but don't know how to, especially moms who want to stay home to take care of their kids and at the same time don't want to compromise on their career and still want to earn a revenue. So today I have a special guest, Farhana from Cape Town, South Africa, and she's going to tell us why she chose to work online and her journey so far. Assalamu alaikum, Farhana. Thank you so much for your time. I know you just came back from holiday and you're nice and tired. I hope you had a good time as well.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, viewers, and shukran Sajida for having me on your page. Also, just want to mention to yourself and to Nasreen, Jazakallah khair for meeting up with you guys and for hosting us and having my family and myself for supper. It was really amazing to meet you guys over in your hometown. Yes, we just got home. We're in Cape Town, settling in, nice and cold. We just missed the Durban weather right now.
It was nice and warm
Yes, it was nice and all day. So yeah.
together.
Um, as you had mentioned, obviously my name is Farhana Davids, from Cape
Yeah.
Town, South Africa, and I am a wife, a mom, a student, and a digital owner, new to the online space. Very excited, about to sharing what it is that we do. And as you previously mentioned, we have this opportunity for moms who really are looking for a way to earn an income without having to compromise, right? Some of us really want to be at home for our children and still want to feel as if we, want to feel that we have a career and that we are doing something with ourselves professionally and so on. And so for myself, be getting started in this digital space was a really accidental, because it had been during the time where COVID had hit and my husband was at home. Obviously it was during lockdown. My husband is at home. We lost half of his salary, and I had been in business for over 13 years previously, but in 2018 I had given up everything, right? And so I just and when he lost half of his salary and we were at home, and I just realized that this job thing is not a secure thing and I needed to do something. But at the same time, I didn't really want to start another business because I've done so many other businesses before, right? I've done like the health businesses, I've done holiday businesses, I even did retail where I did footwear and clothing and all of those things. And while I certainly did have like the social side of things, and obviously, like, because I was
Hmm.
the person who was running the business, doing the finances, doing the stock taking, had to go purchase, carrying around the stock and all of those things. But at the same time, those were the things that was also like tiring in your business. And I couldn't also imagine myself being in the lockdown and in a pandemic. What is it that I was now going to sell to people, and all of those things. So I was looking for something I was wanting to work from home, because I also didn't want to compromise, my being at home with my children. And then I stumbled across the ad, right? And what attracted me to the ad was this, that I saw this family on the page, and I just thought, okay, a family wouldn't put themselves out there if this wasn't something that was legitimate. And then as I read the text, which obviously said, no selling involved, no inventory, full training, video based training, all of those things. And then I just thought, wait a minute, this sounds like something that I could possibly be interested in. I think it's because I always have that entrepreneurship bug within me. And so this is how I came upon this digital business. And all I can say is, wow, like, I really sometimes still can't believe that I stumbled upon it, Alhamdulillah, but I did pray hard, for something. And it's just amazing.
I resonate with that. I mean, that's like the same way I found my way here as well. You know, you realize, at some point you know, that just work with the pandemic and everything. So much has changed. You need that plan B. And you need to be at home with your kids as well. You
Mm.
know, um, how did you manage with the training, and how long did it take you?
So with the training, the very first day, so I was very eager to get started with this training because it's all that you hear about, right? Before you get started, it's this amazing training site and it's so simple and all of these things. And then the very first day, the training got unlocked. I was super overwhelmed because I didn't expect it to be so comprehensive, right? I didn't expect it to be this step by step when everything is there. And then as I sat there and I just looked at it, I thought, oh my gosh, can I actually do this? I've been at home for so long, and and I just thought, I'm not. I wouldn't say that I'm tech savvy, but I do learn fast. Okay, so then I sat there and I just felt so overwhelmed, and then obviously I just realized, you know what, like obviously Allah like allowed us to come this far, so He wouldn't like forsake us now. And so then I just got on it, and then I went through the process step at a time, one step at a time, video based simple training. And when I opened my eyes again, I was done within a week of starting. And I still remember when I reached out to my mentor at that point, because I had a few questions that I needed to ask him. And then he like said, oh, did you do that? And did you do that? And did you do that? And I was like, yes, I didn't skip any steps. I did everything. And so he was just blown away by obviously the fact that I had completed it in that time.
Wow, you're good. It took me like 3 weeks in between the kids and helping my husband with his business. So yeah, it took me a little bit longer, but that's what's nice about it, that it's so flexible, self-paced, and what's great about it is the automation we have, and all the heavy lifting is done for us. We have to put in our efforts, obviously, and time, just like any other business. But with automation, like that was, you know, I don't know, how do you find the platform without,
The thing is, like you're saying now with the automation, right? So the training is maybe overwhelming. But as you go through the steps and you realize that this is really not as bad as you maybe imagined, and then you realize that it's actually quite easy for anybody to do that if they really just put themselves, apply themselves, and are willing to learn, right? Then you will be able to go through the process. But like you're saying now, and this is what I'm speaking about with my previous businesses that I had, right? Because if I wasn't selling, if I wasn't present with my business, then my business wasn't making money. But because our business is automated, which means, we do our advertising, we set up our ads, and we learn how to do all of that. We use attraction marketing to resonate with people who obviously are able to relate to what our stories are about. And so that is how we get people to come to us, and how our business is automated. We have email campaigns, we have all those things in place, we have our final system, all of those things. It's just a matter of us, doing that training, plugging in, getting your business set up. And then after that, because like you said, you mentioned 3 weeks, I mentioned 1 week, some people take 2 weeks, some people take 2 months. It's all up to you. I'm full-time at home, so I was able to commit more time to it, right? And I am the type of person that if I want to do something, I want to get it done, right? Some people work full time, so they don't have that much of time to obviously to be able to commit. But that's all up to you, and all up to your time and effort that you put in. But then because of the automation now, you can basically you 1 to 2 hours that you're committing to the business, it frees up your time, which is what we're looking for in our business, right? What we're looking for is that time flexibility. We don't want to be sitting at our computer for 7 to 8 hours a day.
And what's great about automation is even while you sleep, your business is still running and working for you as well. I've been getting so many messages from moms like us, who want to work from the nest, but there's always that skepticism and fear. What would you say to them, to take that next step?
I do understand that there's a skepticism, especially in the online world, right? But I'm sure, like most of the world would have noticed by now, that if we are not moving in that direction, then our business is, so to say, dead. Because truly, in the time of the pandemic, you would have seen that if you didn't have foot traffic, then there was no business for you to be made, right? So you needed to be in the online space. And even like our courses, our classes, our children are doing online learning. We are busy with a digital business. And so while there is still that fear and skepticism, it's just a matter of not knowing and not understanding. But do your research, do what you need to do, because yes, I do understand there are fraudulent things out there, there are things that are scams and all of that, right? So we invite you, we invite you to our free webinar. Come and find out the information, and then we offer you this lifetime membership, which is a once off payment, which is a 30-day money back guarantee, which means you have 30 days to now go and do your due diligence. Go find out what the business is about, what are the you over because you'll be added to the private group, and then you'll also, you'll have that limited access to the training website that we're speaking about, right? So when you're added to the Facebook private group over there, you'll meet thousands of other business owners. You'll see their stories, you'll hear their testimonials, you'll see their earnings, and so you will now have that opportunity to now go and do your own due diligence, find out, make sure, and because that is what I did, right? And it's just so amazing for me because my mentor is in Australia, and I just wanted to meet someone from South Africa that is doing the business, right? I'm sure everybody is just like that. They just want you, that familiarity, your own, who you know from your country. And alhamdulillah, I stumbled upon Nasreen, and I met yourself, and you are, and Nasreen is your mentor, right?
Yes, mentor. Yes, that's right.
Yes, I stumbled upon her, and of course, she enlightened me about the business, and told me whatever questions that I had and asked her. And so it's so amazing because just look how this business works and how amazing, like the world is so huge yet so small. We are so connected. So now I stumbled across her, and I've been in the business for 4 months now. And I mean, we went to Durban last week. We're in Durban, and I met Nasreen in person, the actual person who I approached, wanted to find someone in South Africa, and I got to meet her last week. So how amazing is that? Once you have all the questions ticked, and then there's no reason really for you to have the skepticism. The thing is, you're going to have to realize that when you're doing a business for yourself, there's always going to be a risk, right? But in this business, because everything is set up the way that it is, and we know that the system works, the reason, the way, the how we know that the system works is by the people. You can see that they're achieving the results. The only real risk is yourself. You need to come, and you need to come and learn, and you need to be patient with the business.
Yes, the only variable is you in this business. And you said it is so important to do your due diligence. We all did that before we started, because there's so many scams out there. And this is the reason why we are live here on this platform, to show that Farhana is real, I am real. We wouldn't be putting ourselves out here if we were scammers or anything like that, you know.
Exactly.
Okay. Also, what would you say to somebody who, I guess some people say, I'm from here, I'm from the UK, or I'm from Dubai. Can I do this? I see you from South Africa. Are we able to do this as well? You also mentioned that your mentor is from Australia.
Yeah. So of course that's a valid question, right? Everything happens for a reason. I was obviously connected to Armin for a reason, and he's all the way from Australia. But this is a global business,
Yeah.
and right. So that means that we can operate from anywhere. Like for example, I was in Durban last week, but my laptop was literally in my office. As long as I had as long as I had connectivity, okay, and my laptop, I was in business, and that's why we call our business the laptop lifestyle. So you and that's brilliant, right? So it doesn't matter who you're connecting with and where that you're connecting from, as long as you, because we obviously offer this mentor coach as part of our business, all right? And so we know that anybody that's going to join us, that's going to become our business partner, is like an investment to us. We want that person to be successful as well. Their success is our success, and that's why I'm so passionate about this business, and that's why I'm so excited about this business, is because in previous businesses that I've been in before, yes, there is training, and yes, there is a community, but it's not on the same level like it is in this business, because I've been in businesses where we help and motivate each other, but this has a slight difference to it, and obviously I can't explain it in full detail, but mentors and coaches really help the people that have joined them in the business, and you'll only understand more of what we speak about once you actually become a member of the business. But I can tell you that because of that, that is what keeps me going in this business. I know that we have something dynamic and something unique.
Mm-hmm. And the first step, is to register our website. We encourage you to watch the webinar, which is free. And if you don't have the time to watch that, then I don't think that, this would work for you. I mean, you have to have time to watch the webinar to understand what this whole business is about. Um, so if you're really interested, I would say come in with a positive mindset. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Farhana?
The only thing that I want to add is that, I understand, like we mentioned earlier, people are a little bit afraid and are skeptic and all of that. But like you also mentioned, you know what, we're doing this live so that we can sort of give you that sort of peace of mind to say, this is who we are. You're meeting us, you're seeing our families and things like that. Just to give people that sureness to say we are real and this is real people doing a real business. And so once you overcome that skepticism and you because if you want a change, you need to take action, right? Come with an open ear, an attentive ear, an open heart, a good opinion, and be willing to learn, and you will most definitely achieve results in this business.
Okay, we have Zurina. Walaikum salam, Zurina. We have Nasreen. We have Fatima. We have Era from the UK.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
Aisha from PE. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your time, Farhana.
My
And
pleasure.
I do hope we get to meet up again
Inshallah.
soon, inshallah.
When you guys come to
And
take
uh, inshallah, on our bucket list. Okay. And also a reminder, there is a live webinar tonight at 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. EST. There are always replays if you can't make it live. We have these live webinars every Tuesdays and Thursdays where you can ask questions to our live panelists. So thank you to those who tuned in or watching the replay. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum from Farhana and I.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.